I am LaMarsha Lewis. Let's talk. I know it's been a while. In fact, I think it's been a couple of months since we have had commentary, had conversation. I do apologize, and I hope to get back on the track because, again, like I said, this is something I really truly want, is that opportunity to be able to come and speak, give my thoughts and opinions on subject matters that are trending, and there has been a lot trending this past weekend. A lot of it started on last week with the TJ Holmes and Amy Robach, from two news anchors from ABC. They own the they host along with Dr. Jen Ashley. Good morning. I'm sorry. What is it? GMA3. What you need to know. It's a program that started right after the pandemic. It actually took the place of Sarah Haynes, Michael Strahan, and Keke Palmer when they were doing their show. And since the pandemic, we now have GMA3. What you need to know. It comes on at 12 o'clock noon, right after the Sherry Shepherd show. They start off with The View, then it's Sherry Shepherd, and then GMA, What You Need to Know. And this news story actually broke last Wednesday, which was November the 30th. And at the time that this broke, TJ Holmes, he was actually working the show by himself. He made note that Amy and Dr. Jen, they were working. They just weren't at the show on that particular day. And then actually, Amy came back on Thursday. Dr. Jen was there, and it's my opinion. You could kind of see. I don't think TJ was. It was like you can just kind of, not necessarily tension, but I guess the best word would be the vibe that was in the room, or perhaps even the elephant that was in the room, because this broke last week. It was Daily Mail who was the first to break the allegedly news of TJ Holmes, who is also married. He is married to his second wife. They share a daughter. It's been stated that he has two other children from previous relationship. Amy Robach, she is married. This is her second marriage as well. She's married to Andrew. I forget his last name, but he played on Mirror. I had to go back and kind of review that because I didn't recognize him currently by the name. But when I went back and did some reviewing of Melrose Place and seeing him, I do somewhat remember him. But let me just give this disclosure. Amy's second husband, which is currently Andrew, it has been alleged that she cheated with her first husband for him. So let's just give that disclosure. And again, this story has really, really blown up. It's blown up so much that ABC's president, Miss Kim Godwin, has put out a statement, which I'm going to read that. We're going to talk about that, discuss that, and all of that, because I saw today's headline was they have been temporarily removed from their job position, temporarily not at the news desk. In fact, they had two other people, a lady and a gentleman, as well as Dr. Ashley was there. So this story, and a lot of people are attacking TJ more so than Amy. This is my thought process on this. Both are married people. Both, yes, are adults. But both have the same formal patterns, which is cheating. Also, it has come out today that supposedly and allegedly TJ had an affair or cheated with a former producer who's no longer there. And I'll look up her name. I forget the lady's name. But we'll talk about that. But again, and as they say, one wrong don't make a right. Amy has a pattern. Amy has a reputation of cheating. TJ has a reputation of cheating. Now the two are cheating with one another. It had been allegedly stated that they had left their spouses back, I think, around August or March or something to that effect. I think they said how supposedly and allegedly the affair between the two started. They have covered two out-of-country events, and both of them dealt with the late Queen Elizabeth. The first one was when they celebrated her Jubilee. The two was there in the UK and gave reports on the Queen's Jubilee. And then, of course, after the passing of the Queen. They were the two ABC correspondents or news anchors that again was in the UK and represented giving coverage of the Queen's funeral. So allegedly, of course, none of us know. It was Daily Mail again that broke the story. They put out pictures of and what most people have said. I think they kind of caught, or kind of like, well, the shadiest, I guess you could say, was supposedly they were in an Uber and the two of them were holding hands, because they showed them in, like, as they say, throughout New York, like at various spots in New York, whether there were restaurants, clubs, or whatever it may be, you know, kind of laughing, showing them drinking. And to me, that's not necessarily anything big, but again, to show the two in the with the Uber driver in the car with the Uber, and again, the picture showed the two holding hands. So I had, like I said, it's just been, and I'm trying to get through this, and I do apologize, but y'all, it's just been so much, and it's like they're trying to be very brutal to TJ. Again, two wrongs don't make a right. Both parties are wrong. Why? Because both parties have spouses, but both parties, again, this is not neither's first rodeo in cheating on their spouses. Amy did it with her first husband and is now married to her second husband is one of the persons she cheated with. I don't know if she had cheated more than just that one time, and now the second time with TJ, but again, she has that pattern. That's her behavior for cheating. Her second husband is the man she cheated with. TJ he's really out there for his cheating, because again, people are bringing up how he cheated with a former producer and all this. But this is what I want to read. I want to read the statement put out by President Miss Kim Godwin. And I mean, when you just about every news outlet, news source has been reporting on this. So this is what it says. It says, GMA3 anchors Amy Robach and TJ Holmes taken off the air following a romantic relationship. And this is December the 5th, and it was updated at 4:21 p.m. Eastern Time. It says and this is from CNN. It says, Amy Robach and TJ Holmes, co-hosts of ABC News GMA3, have been taken off the air following the public disclosure of a romantic relationship. Network President Kim Godwin announced to staffers on Monday morning, according to a person familiar with the matter. This is in quotes. I'm going to talk. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, this Siri. I'm going to talk about something that has been an internal and external distraction. The relationship between two of our colleagues, Godwin said, and so I want to say that while that relationship is not a violation of company policy, I have taken the last few days to think about and work through what I think is best for ABC News organization, and so for now, I'm going to take Amy and TJ off the air while we figure this out. So, and she said, I have taken the last few days, which basically means she has taken the weekend, because again, the news broke on Wednesday, November 30th, and then of course Thursday was December the 1st.
No, today is Monday, December 5th, 2022.
I don't need Siri, I apologize. But and today is December the 5th, so she's had time to, because again, this is a trending story and it's out there everywhere, so she had to address it. But she did note this, although, and let me read that part again. And I want to say that while that relationship is not a violation of company policy, I have taken the last few days to think about and work through what I think is best for ABC News organization. So for now, I'm going to take Amy and TJ off the air while we figure it out. Godwin added, such decisions are not easy. They are not knee-jerk, but they are necessary for the brand. She also asked staff to stop whispering in the hallways about the matter. Basically, stop office gossip, as in any other workplace. We know, as they say, the water fountain cooler is known for gossip. And so basically she's just saying, we want to try to work through this. We don't need basically our own discussing or gossiping about the matter that's at hand. She said, we cannot operate with gossip and speculations and rumors. She said, we need to stay focused on the work. Godwin said, however, that if staffers think there is something management needs to know, they should contact human resources or a manager that they trust. So that again is the statement. This has been trending all day from ABC News President Miss Kim Godwin. So they were not on the air today, and this is what, when GMA 3 broke out, this is what we heard today. So let's take a listen.
Now from Times Square, Amy Robach and TJ Holmes with Dr. Jen Ashton and what you need to know.
I love that song. Good afternoon and welcome everybody to What You Need to Know on this Monday. Amy Robach and TJ Holmes have the day off. I'm Stephanie Ramos.
And I'm Gio Benitez. We are so glad you are here with us to begin this brand new week here on GMA 3.
Now from Times Square, Amy Robach and TJ Holmes with Dr. Jen Ashton and what you need to know.
I love that song. Good afternoon and welcome everybody to What You Need to Know on this Monday. Amy Robach and TJ Holmes have the day off. I'm Stephanie Ramos.
And I'm Gio Benitez. We are so glad you are.
So that was how they, as you see, the lady that obviously does their intro did it as norm, in which we get that all the time. That's just like with The View. It used to be, I remember with The View, like if one of the hosts, like if say Whoopi was out, they wouldn't call Whoopi's name. But I think it got to the point where if they didn't do the intro of Whoopi or whomever may have been out that day, that may have stopped some people from watching shows. So now I noticed The View has started, they just name all of the co-hosts, and again, this particular, whoever the person is that do their intro for GMA 3, she said, hey, TJ Holmes, Amy Robach, Dr. Jen Ashton, and then the lady came on, and then the gentleman introduced themselves. But what this was kind of laughable to me, TJ and Amy has the day off. They're gonna have to come up with a better strategy in my opinion, because we don't know how long this may be. And then now, I mean, this is becoming a serious matter, although like Miss Kim acknowledged they didn't break any company policies. Obviously there's any company policies in place, but it's just, it doesn't look good. Two colleagues, and then it's making, like I say, ABC News look bad because their news network, and here we are, two of our own colleagues making headlines of this magnitude, and in this manner, two colleagues that are both married and allegedly having an affair with one another. So again, I've also read in again, I guess out there in the tabloids or in news outlets and media, where both had left their spouses. Jen had left her husband. I'm sorry, I'm saying Jen. Amy had left her husband. TJ had left his wife. But I have read where allegedly and supposedly TJ's wife, her name is Maria, I think, or Mira Lee. She's an attorney. They share a daughter together. But it stated that she was blindsided. How true that may be, I don't know. And me being a woman, and also like them, TJ's was African American, and his wife, I believe, at least she's a woman of color. I know how men can be. You know, they'll be out there cheating and doing this, but then they're telling you, the spouse, oh, I love you, I want us, we working on us, even though, again, it has been alleged that they both have been separated from. So I don't know if this is a serious matter between the two, and then Amy's already known basically to leave a spouse for another spouse. So so allegedly they have left their spouses. So none of us knows how serious, I guess would be a good word to use, if it is serious. And again, we don't know what was going on in those individual marriage. Again, it's just a lot, and two wrongs don't make a right. And I saw where someone was out there on the internet saying, well, y'all just mad because he left his wife for a white woman. Me being who I am, I put it up, well, Amy left her husband for a black man. What's your point? You know? But that's just some of the craziness, you know, how people like to think. And then, like I said, I also saw out there where somebody made a statement where they're really bashing TJ about what he's done. But again, they both have the same pattern. She left her first husband and married the man that's her second husband. She cheated on with. And I want to read something. People have been calling TJ out for this as well. When they was doing the 10-year challenge, that was back in 2020. They were doing the 10-year challenge, and he had made a post to his wife, and everybody is talking about that. Let me see if I can find that. It says, here we go. It's a Facebook post from March 2020 where Holmes wrote a 10th anniversary tribute to his wife, immigration lawyer Mary Lee Phoebe, has gone viral amid the news of his illicit workplace. It says, I gave her plenty of reason for her to leave, Jimmy Holmes says prior to the workplace affair. 10 years ago, Mary Lee Phoebe married me, the former CNN anchor, 45 caption throwback wedding photo. I'm trying to read it all, and I thought I had it. But it says, let me see where here. He continued, that's not hyperbole. I'm not being dramatic. I gave her plenty of reasons, excuses, and opportunities to walk her fine A with 2 asterisks for SS, meaning ass, out the door. And he kind of put several O's to, I guess, give preference to that. In the post, Holmes, who shares a 9-year-old daughter, Sabine, with Phoebe, also praised her built-in black woman superpower. But I'm trying to
bold but smooth till the end.
I'm trying to get that full clip. And I also read where it said Alice report that Robin Roberts actually confronted Robach and Holmes about the affair, with an insider telling Page 6 that Roberts pulled them both aside and basically said, stop it. So it's, again, they are two adults, obviously two consenting adults, but at the same time, now many are saying they may even lose their careers, and who knows, they may get fired from ABC. I don't know, but again, life can be something else, y'all. And many people like to, play with it and things like that. But I think it's important because I've been out here seeing a lot of things on various social media platforms. And this one lady that I listen to a lot, she's good. What's hers is My View. She often gives her point of view from The View, and she talks about how she's worked with various people and things like that. And she always gives very good, informative insight. And she says basically you have to pay attention to one's pattern. what one's behavior has been. And if that person or people continue exhibiting the same patterns and behaviors as they have from previous years or years when they was at a younger age, and they're still doing some of the same thing, there's a story behind that. And that needs to be the focus, and not basically allowing ourselves. And I know it's easy to do. I've been there. I've been young. And even at their age, because Amy's 49, TJ is 45. I'm older than the two of them, 53. So I get, and then those emotions and hormones and things like that. I mean, it happens. Not that it's right, but being honest and being human. But again, we can't allow the emotions and perhaps the lust and just getting all caught up in the physicalness of instead of really doing research. And I'm not, yes, we get told all the time, hey, you need to know someone's credit score and check and see if they are on any type of list that how they treat their moms, how they treat their children, are they sex pedophiles or things like that. All that, but you also got to go back and see deeper issues, how they were as children. Is there any, do they have issues where they've been married numerous times and don't stay married and things like that? Because that tells a story. It tells a story, and we all have our own responsibility to, again, just not get so caught up in the physicalness that it causes us to do repetitive behavior that's not always a good behavior. So that's all I'm saying. But at the end of the day, TJ Holmes, Amy Robach, they are two adults, two consenting adults. Obviously, right now we have to use the terms allegedly, but again, because of this alleged affair, it has affected their job. That Miss Kim Godwin, the ABC News president, she did not disclose how long it would be, or if they may become indefinite. Like I said, many are speculating now that they probably will lose their job. And both of them, and TJ's being more crucified than Amy. And my point is, hey, she has the same past behavior. Two wrongs don't make it right. He's no worse than she. Even if he did, if she consented, what does that make her? Same thing. So stop trying to just crucify him. And like I said, then that woman gonna go with the statement, people mad because he left his black wife for a white woman. Well, heck, she left her white husband for a black man. And your point would be what? So we're gonna see how all of this unfold. In the meantime, I'm LaMarsha Lewis. Let's talk.